I've been looking for a way out.
Alright, so we're still in the room. I called the shop about 12 o'clock today, and they didn't even get it in. They didn't even get to look at it yet. So I called back about 4. It is 6 o'clock now. I called at 4 o'clock. Man, come on. And they just pulled it in to look at it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm gonna give them a call, see what they say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that now. Because 2 hours is way past the time frame that it should be to even understand what the hell's going wrong with my truck. They can find out what's wrong with my truck in 5 minutes. So let me call them real quick. So got off the phone with them. They're like, well, you need a new fuel pump and you need a new radiator because you got a hole in your coil. So basically he's like, it's about $4,200 for all that. And so $4,200, and right now we're waiting for them to contact Swift to verify and make sure that it's okay to replace it and do the work on it. Because even though I'm a lease operator, I go through Swift, so Swift makes sure that they're not gonna overprice or whatnot, which most likely Swift will tell them to do it. But yeah, I think just off of the parts alone isn't a big deal. Now, the time, the labor, that's where it comes into play. So this place charges like $195 an hour to work on the truck. So I told them, once you contact Swift, please verify me, let me know what they're saying, because if the price is too high, they might just have the truck towed to the yard and have the yard do it to where it's going to be cheaper. But even with that price, I still got to pay for that tow just to get down here. So that racks up probably another $1,500 to $2,000. So we'll see. All right, morning everybody. It is going on. It's about 10:30 in the morning. He's up. I don't know where the hell he went. I got up. They had complimentary breakfast, which I didn't really eat, but they didn't even work on my truck last night. They didn't even actually finish the full quote of pricing of what it's going to cost to work on my truck. Supposed to be out. I asked for a later checkout yesterday for this room, so we got to be out by 1. And I'm waiting on everybody else to verify to let me know when my truck's going to be worked on and when it's going to be done. If Swift gives them the okay to get it done, to go ahead and start on it, the people can have the truck done later tonight, tomorrow morning. But they just Swift has to verify to make sure for the work that's being done to my truck, they have to verify to make sure that the cost isn't extravagant. It has to be reasonable cost to do that stuff. Which take it to the if I knew it was gonna take this long, I could have just waited and let Denver deal with it. Because it's Monday now. Now, the Kenworth they looked at and everything last night. Now, this whole process of me sitting here waiting still is verifying to get the okay to get it done. I could say okay and say yes, but at the same time, Swift's gonna front the bill, so they have to see what's going on before Kenworth works on it. So I'm just sitting here. I don't know. So another thing, I would get a loaner truck, but that's on hold because I'm not sure how long I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be sitting here. Me personally, if Swift actually operated during the weekend, I probably would have already been in a loaner. Since the company doesn't operate on the weekend, you lose 2 days out of the week to try to get stuff taken care of, because when stuff happens on the weekend, you have nobody there besides just to help you out to get you to the shop or whatever, and then you're stuck on standby. Your dispatcher can't really do much for you besides help you out and get your student stuff a room depending on circumstances. They'll make sure that the load that you had, another drop, they'll find somebody to repower that load, to take it, to deliver it, and basic stuff like that. But now when it comes to finding out when your truck's gonna be ready, it comes down to the shop, and then from the shop, since it's at the Kenworth, then it goes to over the road breakdown. Goes to breakdown. Then once Kenworth contacts breakdown contacts me, lets me know the situation, and like I said, if the prices are too high, they'll just say we'll get it towed to the shop. But most likely, like I said, they're gonna be like, well, I'll just get it done and fix it. And then if they get it done and fix it, I'll be ready to roll out tomorrow. Now, even if I try to get a loaner today, I have to find out if they got an automatic, because my student's he's restricted. He can only drive automatics, which this is another issue with Swift, is they switch their training to all automatics, so they don't get to train in the standard. So that restricts me, because if I get a standard, I'm the only one that's going to be able to drive it. And since Oh, but anyways, I have to verify to make sure they have a truck, an automatic, and make sure that it's available. And by the time I do all that and get into the truck, I have to try to get a load out of Denver, Colorado, which I have already checked. They don't have any freight moving right now. And by the time I get all that done, like I said, it's going on. I think it's going on 11 o'clock. So by the time I get all that done, it's going to be later on in the day. And then we'll be sitting on a load. So right now we're just sitting and waiting for Kenworth contact Swift, Swift contact me or whatever. And now I'm on my... I don't even drink coffee. I really don't. Like during the winter time, I'll get a coffee at Pilot or Flying J and mix I mix it to where it's like this much French vanilla cappuccino, and then the rest be French vanilla coffee. And that's more of like just a taste more than anything. It doesn't help me stay awake or do anything. But since I've been out of the truck, or my truck's been in the shop, I've been drinking freaking coffee. But I'm still trying to wait to see what's going on with them, so I could figure out what to do or how to do it. So another thing sucks is I seen yesterday that Celadon Trucking ended up going bankrupt, or they posted going bankrupt, and they turned off all the fuel cards to their drivers. So their drivers, and apparently they got a message to the drivers stating, go to the nearest truck stop or terminal or whatever, park the truck, take your shit out, and leave the keys in the truck, and they'll notify you from there. Which that sucks. And this year, throughout the whole year, like I've been telling everybody I talk to, is like, this is like the worst year ever. 2019 is... being in a truck is not worth it. 2019. Of course, Celadon did their thing to where they put themselves in that spot, but they have all those drivers that are in the same boat like me. Like, we need miles. They need a paycheck. And now all the drivers that they have, I don't know how many trucks and drivers they have, but regardless, they do have families and everything else too. But that's not the only truck company also that closed their doors this year. But I'm going to go ahead and get off. Hopefully later today I have something to where it's more positive. And we'll just see what's going on. Alright, y'all. Update. Today is...
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides and CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier.
Today is the 9th, so... it's 11:10 at night on the 9th. Going through all this stuff with my truck, and
forget about vacuuming for
They
months.
finally
The
actually
robot
did all the
self-heals with
estimates
clean-face
and
automatic dirt
blah
disposal
blah
and
blah
allergen lock bags that trap
between the
99%
radiator
of allergens so they
and
don't
the
escape
fuel
back into the
pump.
air. If it's not for my robot, it's not a Roomba.
It's about $4,700. Not 42, 47. So that's still not including the tow bill. So when you have a year like I've been having,
Cars aren't just cars.
to where you're trying to bust your ass and run miles,
My job is to
make
solve
money,
problems. I come from 4 generations. of
try to
this
save
country.
up money.
I definitely feel like cars are in my DNA.
It's
My work ethic reflects on my name. We
so you
sign
got
off
hit in the
so
stomach.
you can sign off.
The sign and drive event is on. Please
It feels worse than that. It's like $4,700. Like last year, I would look at that and be like, it sucks, but it wouldn't feel as bad. It kind of feels like you just get kicked in the nuts regardless. But I'm dealing with it to where I already told the company, I was like, look, straight up, because the company declined the price, they weren't going to pay for the truck to get worked on. So they send it to IEL Leasing, that I leased the truck through with the company. They talked to me, they asked me how am I going to pay it, blah, blah, blah.
What are you waiting for? Unlimited cashback match, only from Discover.
Spring's holiday deals are so big.
Pretty
how
much.
help spreading the word? Snowman Paul.
I either A,
Switch to save your family money on the Samsung Galaxy S10.
run
Just $0
and
a
then
month.
take
$0 a
my
month.
paychecks
I was
every
literally
week,
built for this.
or 2,
He knew this day would come.
I get a loan through IEL and pay it off. Of course, there's interest involved, but I don't fully know the loan part. But I'm have them call me so I could see how that works out on what they're talking about, because Christmas is right there. It's around the corner. I could probably, there's different ways I could go by it. It just comes down to miles and stuff like that. But I called dispatch, told them straight up, I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm putting out. This is what I gotta put out to get my truck back on the road. This is what I have to pay. This is not including the tow bill that I have to pay, which I don't even know how much the tow bill is, because that's a different amount, which the company hasn't fully got yet. So I'm sitting limbo on that amount. But I told him straight up, one of the dispatchers, I told him, I'm like, go around or send a message or transfer me to all the dispatchers in Jurupa Valley so I could tell them, or you could ask them, are they gonna run me so I could get this taken care of quicker, or I'm just gonna say fuck it and just walk away from this truck right now and this company. Because 2019, all year, they're switching. My bad. I told him pretty much I'm gonna walk away. I even broke down and let them know, it's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'll just walk away. Because in reality, they knew where I was at beginning of the year. They know I'm in the red. They know I'm not running what I should run. They know I'm not making what I should be making. Because after they told me that amount, I'm like, you know what? I'm not able to sit there and deal with this. By deal with this, I mean keep dealing with the same shit I've been dealing with. They've been switching dispatch to left and right this year. Get dispatcher, and I'm busting my ass, letting her know, like, run me, get me going. The next thing you know, we made up another plan to switch it up to where all the owner-operators / team drivers are with one dispatcher, to where you guys are most likely going to get miles because this dispatcher is high in ranking with miles. And the next thing you know, not even a month later, she goes on leave because she has medical issues, which is not a big deal. But I've done switched dispatchers I don't know how many times this year. And I know them all, but every time dispatchers get different drivers, so many drivers, now they have to regroup of how they're dealing with everybody. And everybody knows me. I dealt with all of them, so they know where I'm at. If they don't have the miles, I'm always on their case complaining. So for right now, yeah, I'm not sure when the truck's gonna be done tomorrow, but I'm not kidding no more with this. So you all have a good night. See y'all later. Oh, we ended up getting out of the other motel. By the time they got everything situated, it was already late, and we had to check out of the motel. So we're actually down the street from the terminal and the dealer. It's walking distance. That's outside. This room is shittier than the other motel, but it's the same motel name and all that other stuff. So, have a good night.